speaking of partnerships, let's talk about this new partnership. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm so proud to announce today that we have brokered a new partnership between QCWIB and Supplier Gateway. Queen City Women in Business is excited to announce it because if you don't know about Supplier Gateway, they are a leading B2B procurement platform that connects corporate buyers and suppliers with real, accurate, and up-to-date information. Donna Cole, speak English. What I'm trying to say is that this platform has all of the corporate buyers that we're trying to get in front of anyway. Okay, so just imagine we're the suppliers, they have the buyers, right, by the thousands, and we just brokered this new partnership, right? And so we're going to talk more about what that looks like in a second. This new partnership, ladies and gentlemen, will exclusively focus on corporate sector. So if you know about QCWIB, we help you to connect to all three sectors: federal, local, state, and corporate. This partnership is only in scope for the corporations, okay? And the whole idea is to help you women, our members, get certified in minutes, not months. So now I'm gonna go slow because I want you to appreciate what I'm telling you. So today, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to work with major corporations, you've got to go through a 4-month process. You got to spend about $400. You got to leave your home or your office. You got to go do site visits. You got to go get a notary. You got to prove that you are who you are. Your birth certificate isn't even enough, right? There's a lot of legwork, which has traditionally been a barrier to entry for all of these types of communities, you and I and people like us. Well, what's happening now is that Supplier Gateway has long since, we just didn't know about it, introduced something called the EDC certification, which Dawn will talk more about in a second. But essentially, it's an enhanced digital certification that looks like this. Feast your eyes on the screen, because let me tell you about this process that took me 20 minutes. So when we talk about turning months into minutes, this is going to eradicate the way that we used to do it, okay, when it comes to the corporate sector. So feast your attention here. I started this at 7:00 a.m. on a Sunday. I was finished by 7:20. What I love about the EDC certification is it didn't cost me $400. It cost me $25. If I wanted to be certified for 3 years, I paid about $70. This is a fraction of the price that we're paying today. What's also nice is that in theory, if I wanted to go after these 4 certifications, traditionally, if I wanted to be minority owned and then small business owned and then small disadvantaged and then women owned, today, ladies and gentlemen, that's 4 agencies. That's 4 agencies. What they've done with this revolutionary process is you go to one place, one touch, one click, and you get certified in the categories that make sense. Doesn't that make sense? Yeah. Right? I should see head shaking. Absolutely. Right? Mm-hmm. Thank you. And so this is what they've done. And Supplier Gateway is wanting to partner with us to not only make sure we get the awareness out, but this certification is accepted by every single corporation on their platform. Because as it turns out, these corporations are saying, we never needed all that stuff. We didn't need site visits and all that. We're happy as long as a third party verifies you. So we're going to take this to the moon and back with this partnership. And let's talk about the benefits. And then, Dawn, I swear I'm going to turn it. You would think I work for Supplier Gateway, okay? Listen, I can sell it. And so if you're curious, if you don't already have your EDC, Kimberly, please put in the chat the first link, which is the EDC. Get EDC certified. Pull up the link now. Do it later. It's going to only take you 20 minutes. I promise you, you will appreciate this process. So that's the first thing. But now let's talk about the why. Like, why would we do this and what's in it for you beyond the certification by being partnered with QCWIB and by being a member? So I don't have to tell you that by now we're 2 future forward disruptors, right? Supplier Gateway, Queen City Women in Business, we're here for it. We're disruptive. We love it. But let's talk about how you benefit. So the first reason we would do this is because through this partnership, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be able to go after every single WBE supplier and start with the multi-dynamic approach to help Supplier Gateway quickly shorten their paths to finding you. So for example, Supplier Gateway comes to us and says, hey, we need folks in construction, women in construction right now. Great, I got them. Here you go. you're not going to get that level of agency on your own because you don't have the intel. So part of what we do in this partnership is when you're in our community, we already know your trades. We know who's in construction. We know who's in real estate development, right? We know who's in food truck, right? Who's in anything. And we're able to quickly accelerate that path and work with Supplier Gateway. So that's the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in more WBE suppliers. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure everybody can have access to that expedited corporate certification. No more of the past, right? You still may have to do old school for your local and state and your federal, but no more in corporate. If you want to work with the suppliers or the buyers, excuse me, on their platform, we're going to go the EDC route. The third thing is easily accessible supplier profiles. What happens after you get that EDC? You're not finished, right? There's something that's called profile completeness, and we're going to be teaching it on Friday. Don't worry, we're going to support you, okay? But the moment you create that profile, you immediately become far more accessible and visible to thousands of corporations already looking for you. That's what we're going to be offering as well through this membership. Lastly, even beyond your EDC, you all, we're giving you a community-based agency and development approach beyond certification. We're acting as your agency. A few of you already got calls over the weekend, right? I think Nakia is on here. Sharon is on here. Sharon's in healthcare. Nakia's in construction. I was talking to you on Sunday trying to broker deals, okay? So I'm no joke. So you want to be a part of the community if you are not, and you want representation in doors that you're not in already. With that said, we're going to train you. We know that we can't just introduce this and just leave you hanging. What I love about this community is as soon as y'all found out about it, probably 50% of you on this call went and got EDC certified. If you have your EDC certification, can you do a thumbs up or a heart? I just want to see how many people actually already got their EDC. I just want to see who that is. All right, so I see Sandy, I see Angel, I see Leveda, I see, who else do I see in my view? All right, awesome. Taylor. So Kimberly, could you drop the link one more time for the EDC certification for those who are serious about moving forward fast? Now, we know that even though you got that EDC certification, ladies, you don't even know what to do next. You're like, okay, now what? We knew this would be a question. And so we went ahead and set up a training for Friday at noon. So this Friday for 45 minutes, Dawn with Supplier Gateway and the other Dawn with QCWIB are going to walk you through the connectivity between this new certification and setting up your profile. We're going to walk you through that, okay? So that's called profile completeness. Then we're going to tell you how buyers are searching for you so you can make sure your profile is set up for success. And then lastly, Dawn's going to give us a little teaser about bidding on open bids, right? You don't even have to be invited for open bids. You just need to know that they're in existence. So we're going to teach you all of that on Friday. Kimberly, if you don't mind, if you would also drop the link for them to register for Friday's class. If you can't make it, we'll record it. But guess what? It's for members only. So while we love our guests, if you want all this good stuff that we're giving you, because we're just getting started with the value, make sure you become a member. Kimberly's also going to drop that link as well. While she does that, I'm going to open it up to Dawn to answer questions. So what questions do you all have for Dawn? Just raise your hand. Dawn with Supplier Gateway. I'm not talking about myself. What questions do you all have about this? So Mika Walker, go ahead and ask your question.
Good morning, ladies. My question is there a logo or such that we can utilize on our websites and other media showing that we do have these certifications now?
Absolutely. So if you log into your Supplier Gateway supplier account, there will be an EDC widget where you can the digital tag for your profile is already going to be there. We've taken care of that so that you can be searched for. However, you can download a PDF. If you are a brick and mortar, we are also launching stickers for your business as well. If you want to stand out as like maybe a really good candidates for this is salons, yoga studios, restaurants. Yeah, we've had a lot of traction with that. And so, yes, you can download the PDF. It's an RPG file, and you can put it in your website, email signatures, and also even display it in your brick and mortar.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Kismet is next with her question.
Sure. So I was completing the certification last night, and I ran into just one problem. When I saw the NAICS number, I realized that it was an incorrect one. So I went back out to change it and was able to change it in the dashboard and in the main page, but I never printed my certificate. So the PDF never popped up, but the code will not change to the correct one. How do we do that?
Okay, certainly. Well, we do have a dedicated certification support team. So you can go ahead and email or open a ticket with support@suppliergateway.com. And yeah, we'll take care of that.
And Kismet, thank you for asking that question, because these are exactly the types of things we're going to tackle. So just so you all know, because we ran with this on Monday, some of the questions you all have asked me, I've been able to quickly move forward with Dawn, the other Dawn, to put together the curriculum. So some of the questions you're asking, like, can we update it? Once we pay for the 1 year, can we go back and get the 3 year instead? All those questions we're actually going to be answering on Friday as well, but we'll take a few more questions here. So I see Annette and then Nika Scott. So Annette, please come off mute.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
My question is super excited about this, so thank you. I am changing the name of my business. I was doing it. I had the main LLC and then I had a DBA. So I went to register the DBA as the main business so I can stand alone. And I went to go start the process in the system, but it didn't recognize it. Do I need to wait until I get all my information back from the Secretary of State, or can I go back and make any changes?
That's a great question. You can, if you have an opportunity lined up and you need your paperwork now, I would go ahead and just get that done. And you can always go back and change it. But, you know, if it's something that can wait, I would wait for all the paperwork to be processed and then just reach out to the same support team. Nancy will be taking care of that hands-on for you.
Awesome. And then we'll take 2 more questions, and then we want to be mindful of the people who want to know about some of the other things too. So this is great. Nika Scott, and then we'll take 1 more question after Nika.
Good morning. Thank you so much to both the Dawns. But my question is, when I was doing my paperwork, it asked for a DUNS number. I don't have my DUNS number, but it did allow me to go ahead through the process. So I just wanted to know, will me not having a DUNS number cause my application to be flagged or denied? Or because I did see where that was required and I didn't get my certification to populate right away. So I just wanted to know, is that something I should be looking out for, or has it been, you know, just kind of put to the side until I get that number?
Currently, you can actually get your business certified just using your social as well. So we take multiple different ways to verify your business. I don't see a problem with not having a DUNS number right now, but you know, if they need more documents, Nancy will reach out and confirm with you.
Awesome. And Nika, I'll get that information before Friday. So I'll be, because I'm working in the background with Dawn's team. So we'll see what we can get. In the meantime, if there's anyone on this call who wants to get a DUNS number quickly, we have a short video on YouTube about how to get one fast and for free. By the way, don't pay. And so we'll send that video out. So Kimberly and Keisha, can you make a note, my welcome team, that we need to send that video out? Even though you don't need it, it might still be good to just know how to get it for free, you know, and quickly. So we'll take 1 more question, ladies. I know I said Nika was the last one, but you know, we love our community. Are there any more questions before we move forward and let Dawn get some time back? Any more questions or comments? And even if you're excited, you can say, thanks, this is great, Dawn. You can, you know, to Dawn, Supplier Gateway.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yay!
For me, it's just like, how do you take advantage of that? But I don't know if you want to, you know, tackle that now or just for Friday.
Dawn, so can I say this? Ada is one of the names she's in construction. So just so y'all know, let me just say this, and then let's let Dawn answer as well. So Supplier Gateway and Dawn H has already given me a hot list of what they're looking for. Construction is at the top of the list. So Ada, that's you. Healthcare is at the top of the list, and real estate, any type of real estate development, right?
Mhm.
Whether you consult, engineer. So those three trades are top. So I would say step one, get your EDC first, because that's what they're going to use, right, as sort of accelerating you to the front of the list. And then we'll do our magic in the background. But come to Friday's course if you can, ladies. It's virtual. And again, it's going to be recorded if you can't make it. Okay. Dawn, anything you wanted to say before we go? And it looks like one person raised their hand. Angel, go ahead, since you're our lovely volunteer person. We
Okay,
definitely
I
want-
saw that on the slide that you put up, you had minority, woman, and diversity. I think, and suppose when, like, if I was doing mine and I forgot to choose one, can you go back and add one of those choices after you already got your certificate?
I can answer
Oh.
that too, if you or you can, because I already discovered the answer.
No, well, on the technological side, like you can submit a support ticket at any given time. We really welcome people to come in and update their information about their business. We understand ownership changes and structures like that, and so no, it's not a static document. It's beyond that. I know you do get a PDF and it feels static, but it actually, displayed on your storefront and changes as you change, right? Yeah, so, but to Dawn's point, we're really excited about this partnership because we're seeing a very strong shift in our corporate partners in their economic impact, so local economic impact initiatives. And who's better than a community in Charlotte? Actually, it's a huge need in Charlotte right now to engage with local businesses.
Mhm.
And so we're really excited to partner up with a community-based approach.
Thank you.